Hello, Easton, and welcome to the Rabbi's Roundtable. I'm Rabbi Peter Hyman, Rabbi at Temple B'nai Israel, and it is my pleasure to introduce, actually he doesn't need introduction, this is not your first time at the Rabbi's Roundtable, Don Buxton. Don, as many of you know, is the executive director and founder of the Chesapeake Music, Chesapeake Music, period.
Right.
Yes. And I thought we would just talk and share with the community a little bit about the festival coming up and talking about whatever else you want to talk about with regard to arts in the community.
I liked how you clarified that, Peter, about the arts.
Yes.
Because we go way back.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So thanks very much for having me
so,
on. Really appreciate it.
The festival is June 10th through the 18th.
It is.
The program looks really exciting. And
the program is outstanding. And of course, the artists that we have come to perform are all Grammy nominees, Grammy Award winners. I mean, it's just they're at the very top of their game. And that's always been very exciting to have them come in and play for this festival. And always there are new people involved. And this year we have a mezzo-soprano, Jennifer Johnson-Cano, who is a Metropolitan Opera singer, and she is terrific. I've been listening to them rehearse all day long because, of course, my office is right under the theater, and it's been great. I mean, I'm so excited to have this concert come along. We had an open rehearsal today, which is Wednesday.
Yep.
And then we open on the 10th, and we'll have an open rehearsal next week as well on Wednesday, which is terrific.
I'll try to get to that one. It's at noon, right?
No, it's at 10.
At
10 to noon.
Yeah.
And which is kind of tough for people but we have a lot of retirees that come to those. And we're hoping to have a big group of kids that are going to be there this year because we've reached out to the schools to ask them to bring students, which would be free for students and kids.
Cool.
So we have everything from Bach to Brahms and Dvorak. I'm trying to think here, I can't remember. We do have a Beethoven, so we've got the 3 Bs going for us. Yeah, Bach, Brahms, and Beethoven. And a little Mozart thrown in here and there. But it was interesting, we're also, the group is doing a piece by John Harbison. And John Harbison was supposed to be here for the festival to talk about his piece. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, but it doesn't make that piece any less amazing.
He's very cool.
Because as much as possible, we're trying to play pieces that show diversity, that are challenging, and then some that are very comfortable for people, like Brahms used to be very challenging for people, but I think most people understand Brahms.
Yeah.
And Bach the same way. Now you hear Bach and most people can say, oh, that's Bach.
Yeah, of course.
But even in Bach's day, I think there were people saying, oh my gosh, what is that?
I read a book years ago, I don't know, college or something, on when he started, it was revolutionary.
Right.
You know, it was transformative. It was not the standard, and he redefined it. And that's the nature of history. I mean,
it's the nature of a lot of these composers, quite honestly.
Absolutely.
Bach, Brahms, Haydn, who was the father of the string quartets, and then some of his symphonies, which were amazing, which he premiered in London. They're called the London Symphonies. Dvorak, who taught at Juilliard and premiered the American Symphony in America with the New York Philharmonic.
Right.
And so there's a real connection to a lot of these. And of course, Maurice Ravel, which we have on the program. Everybody knows who Ravel is now. But there was a time when Ravel, Stravinsky were a little too avant-garde for people.
Absolutely.
And I'm amazed, by the way, when I go out to eat dinner places, and what I hear as background music over the speakers is Ravel and Stravinsky, and I think we've come a long way.
Boy, there's no question about that. I mean, I remember junior high school, you know, the band I always played, It was a little edgy sometimes.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah.
The people who were in charge of this wanted Beethoven, we've
Yeah.
come a long way. We really
Well,
have.
yeah, and we've tried not to get stuck in a mold of only doing old dead composers, and
Right.
really trying to push the envelope a little
Well,
bit.
and I think that's important because we have, I think we have an obligation. When I say we, but societally on a number of
Yeah.
levels, to promote and introduce the population not only to the standards and all that, but to the new, seriously good talent
Yeah.
that needs some kind of recognition.
Absolutely, and I think that there are so many new composers out there, some better than others, but certainly we try to present them in a professional light, and they're played by professionals, and I think that the artists are doing a great job presenting those kinds of things at this festival.
Well, I think the festival has been, and continues to be just engaging and wonderful and stimulating.
It's our 37th year. I mean, I had hair when we started that. So it's amazing to me that there has been a deep-seated love for this organization,
Yep.
which I've really appreciated. The audience makes it happen, because that's why the artists are here, to play to an audience.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's really important.
And it also speaks to the appreciation of the community for the arts, for what you, and I'm not being gratuitous, for what you've done. I mean, you made this happen, and we're fortunate.
Well, yeah, I mean, many hands.
Oh, I know, but
many
still.
hands. But it has been a great thing, a blessing. Most of the time I start things and I move on, as you know. And I'm not sure exactly why. I think I know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been there for 37 years, and I'm still excited about every year we do music.
And the quality of the music, Marcy, Marcy Rosen's is terrific,
And Catherine Cho is phenomenal. And we have Daniel Bridges,
yes,
Todd Phillips, both brothers, both members of the, not Daniel Bridges, excuse me, he's the pool guy. Daniel Phillips and Todd Phillips, who are members of the Orion String Quartet.
Yes.
We had the Orion String Quartet here last year, but Todd and Daniel have been regular parts of this festival. We also, by the way, have, and you may remember this, and maybe the public and your listenership does as well, the International Chamber Music competition.
That's correct.
That happened in April. And we had groups from all around the world that applied and auditioned to be one of the 5 finalists for the competition. And the group that won is from Switzerland.
I remember.
And we were all amazed that it is actually a percussion group. And speaking to a percussionist, I think you'll be amazed that they're phenomenal.
I know.
Absolutely.
We talked about that.
Yeah. And, playing everything from Ravel on marimbas and xylophones, and I know your instrument. Well, they're back. They come back a week from Friday. They're the second weekend of Pieces.
I'm going to make sure I can get to that.
I'll keep calling.
Yeah, please.
And they're phenomenal. I think people were just so taken aback by how professional all the groups were, and how amazing these young men were to have come so far and to make percussion more than, as you know, more than just beating on a drum.
Absolutely.
So much more than that. Musicality-wise, these guys are going to be so exciting to watch.
I saw the tape, and their skill, their musicianship, their technical ability is as good as it gets.
Yeah. Really astonishing group. So I think we've got just a wonderful lineup of pieces. Amy Beach, that'll be on Saturday, June 18th. Considered a modern composer, but I love the fact that Amy Beach, who wrote all of her pieces, had to publish under her husband's name because women weren't allowed to publish. So now all of the pieces that she wrote under her husband's name have now, all the publishers have gone back and said, no, this is Amy Beach that wrote this. And she is phenomenal. I love her pieces.
Can't wait. Well, this is very exciting, you know, and it's not, as I said, it not only speaks to what you've done, but it also speaks to the nature, and I sound like a broken record, I know that, but to the nature of our community.
Oh, yeah.
It's sophisticated, it's interested, it's engaged, and this is a component of it.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I know from speaking with people in other parts of the country, they're aware of what this is. They know about this.
Well, and what we hope is that Easton will become a destination, and this will play a part in that.
Yep.
But, you know, there are so many other outstanding arts organizations in Talbot County that we all play a part in making this happen.
Without question.
And we all work closely together.
Which is a good thing. Let's go over the calendar. Let's give people the dates.
Sure. We start with our opening concert on June 10th, at 7:30, June 11th at 7:30, June 12th at 5:30. That's a Sunday concert. And then we have a free open to the public rehearsal on June 8th. The 15th. Today was the 8th. We had one then. And that's 10 o'clock to noon. And then we go to Thursday, June 16th, Friday, June 17th. June 16th is at 5:30, June 17th is at 7:30, and then we end with the festival finale on Saturday, June 18th at 7:30. Nothing on Father's Day, so nobody can use that as an excuse.
Right.
Believe me, I always wanted to.
I think I have a wedding that day, so it doesn't even matter. It's the story of my life. But no, this is so exciting. And like I said, as somebody who has some background in music, it's fabulous, and the fact that people that are not necessarily musically educated are so engaged, it speaks volumes. The Chamber Music Festival for the 2022 season will take place on June 10th through 18. We've been talking with Don Buxton, Don, who is the engineer behind all of this, and it's very exciting for the community and for all of us. So thank you very much. You'll you know this. You'll be back at the Rabbi's Roundtable, and we'll talk more after. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter.
My pleasure, Don. And we will be back, Easton, momentarily.
The Avalon Foundation and MCTV programming is proudly supported by Easton Hardware and Floor Covering. Since 1939, we're still there and we still care.
And we are back, Easton, and you are seated at the Rabbi's Roundtable, coming to you from the basement or the studio of the MCTV production at the Avalon Theater. And I'm sitting here with Holly Dekarsky. Holly, you may know, you've been on the Rabbi's Roundtable before, yes, is the acting executive director of the Easton Economic Development Corporation. And I am always pleased to have you here because it's such a cool organization. And you guys do so much, and there's so much happening. And I just thought, given all that has happened and all that is going to be happening, we should just share with the viewers a little bit of what they can expect. So
sure. It's summertime.
It's summertime.
Busy.
Yes. and it was busy 2 weeks ago, and it's busy
it was.
2 weeks from here, too.
It was, yeah. So I'm going to go over things that'll keep you busy through June and July.
Good.
But before that, I would love to give a small plug for the town of Easton. For those who have come out in person or already taken the survey, that's wonderful. But we're working through the comprehensive plan.
Yes.
Which is a really big deal. That is going to be the roadmap that we're going to use for how our town will evolve for the next 10 years. So
I know.
It's a big deal. We've had some in-person meetings. Those have concluded for now, but when fall comes and summertime has sort of ended and vacation time, we'll probably do another community meeting. But for right now, you can go on to the town's website, and right at the top, the left side, there's a little thing that says 2023 Comprehensive Plan. If you click on that, you can go on and take the survey and still provide your feedback.
Yep, I think I did.
So please, if you have time, There's paper copies at all of our community organizations.
Yes.
If you're not into doing that, you can go to the library or Ches RMC and something and pick
Yeah.
them up. But yeah, so that's my plug.
And that's important. That's actually important to do.
It's huge. It's huge.
You know, I say we, but you get a sense of what's happening, and is, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's important. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up on June 11th, because this is exciting.
Yeah, so this coming weekend, if you need something to do, if you have kids, Chesapeake Children's Book Festival that's hosted by the Talbot County Free Library. That is running from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's actually in the parking lot sort of
Right.
across the street
Yep.
from them. And if you just haven't been over to the library lately, you should really stop in and check it
It's
out.
a really good library,
It's a
actually.
great library.
Yeah.
I love going there. And the staff there, I'm going to give my little plug for the staff because they're my favorite people to work with. Also this weekend, it's a big weekend, Avalon kicks off their summer concert
know.
series. And
Maybe we should have Nick or...
I think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 100th anniversary of the Avalon, and so this is going to be the big kickoff to the 100th celebration. But from now and then every Saturday going through summer, then you can enjoy live music out here on Harrison Street.
It's really again, I think it's a sign of the community that we do this, that the Avalon does this.
Absolutely.
And people, I know people stop and listen, and it's creative. These are fine musicians.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great time. I mean, you can just bring a chair and hang out in the street,
Yeah.
or you can go sit at the Tidewater at one of their tables
That's
outside and have dinner and listen to music. It's great.
Yep.
The following weekend, we have a very busy weekend. So Juneteenth celebration, which is hosted by Academy Art Museum, and
Yes.
then work in partnership with BAM, the Frederick Douglass
The
Society,
Frederick Douglass
and the
Society.
library. They will host the Juneteenth celebration. This is going to be, I believe this is the 11th year for that.
Yes.
It's 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. South Street's closed there in front of the Academy, and there's things for kids and adults. There'll be food, there'll be crafts, there's entertainment.
Yes.
So it's a good
I
time.
hope people will take. I really hope people take advantage of this.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. I don't know how many people have read anything that Frederick Douglass has written.
Yeah, they should though.
Oh, God. Another person I wish I could write like that.
Right?
You know, I'm envious. He was brilliant.
He was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yes.
And, you know, when I think of the history that was represented,
It's incredible.
if you get a chance, please take advantage of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That same day, we have a new event that'll be in town. It's the Delmarva Pride Festival. So this is the first time it's ever been hosted here. If you've maybe been to Denton, the Caroline County,
Right,
their festival.
right.
So that is, they have a couple of things happening that weekend. Saturday, the streets will be closed. So at the same time as the Juneteenth celebration, the streets will be closed. They'll have live entertainment. They'll have vendors. They'll have kids areas set up with crafts. There's like a whole bunch of stuff that'll be going on. So that's at the same time. So you can kind of hit both things, make a whole day of it.
So I dare anybody to say that this is a sleepy little town.
It's not.
It's not.
It's a lot, and there's a lot of events, and there's a lot to juggle.
and it's wonderful, and it, you know, the EEDC has a lot to do with it. Certainly, the leadership in town. We're fortunate.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, this is not a little speck on the map.
No, it is definitely not. And then, so at the end of June, starting on June 24th, and then running to July 4th, obviously the Avalon has their 4th of July carnival.
Yes.
It's over behind Target. I don't have a better name for what that area is, but behind Target.
Yeah, I always try to attend, and I urge everybody. It's fun.
Yeah, I know it is. It's a great time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. That starts at 6 p.m. Each evening, and then the fireworks obviously are on the 4th, but
Yep.
their rain date is for the 5th. So,
I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't rain.
yeah, could you do that?
Yeah,
please?
I'll do my
Appreciate
best.
it. Yeah, appreciate it. And then also July, the other big month, is plein air. So that
Yes.
kicks off on the 15th and runs through the 24th. And there's some expanded, obviously you can have the Avalon on to talk about how they've expanded it for this year,
Yes.
but it really is, it's beyond just being an Easton event. It is a county-wide event, which
Yeah.
is super cool. And there's been a lot of expansion with that. So I'm super excited for that this year, and we're going to expand some things to downtown, like the opening night, and have the store stay open and stuff. So I think that's cool.
Plein air, as I said to Don about the chamber music festival, plein air is recognized nationally.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
again, what does that say about who we are?
Right.
And what we are as a community, and what our focus is, or one of our priorities.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
We have a huge art community here, and a diverse array of types of artists. Like that's what's really cool about it. You know, it's not just one thing. Like it's so many things. I think that's really awesome.
And there are legitimately famous people here.
Yeah.
Super famous people.
Right. Exactly. Right. July 4th, I don't want to neglect the fact that we will also, downtown will host the sidewalk sales, the annual sidewalk sales, and those run until noon, so those are in the morning of July 4th. And the EEDC will host some musical entertainment, and there's going to be some refreshments over at Thompson Park if you get there early in the morning. So come out, shop, everyone will have everything on sale.
And then go eat.
Yeah, and then go eat, exactly, and then go watch the fireworks later. And then, of course, Easton Night Out, which is the first Friday of every month. It's just a rebranding of the First Friday Gallery Walk. Yep. We provide entertainment spread out around downtown, but the shops, beyond just the gallery, the shops, obviously the restaurants are open, but everyone's open 5 to 8. Yep. So it's a good time. Just come downtown, hang out with your neighbors, get something to eat, get a drink, go check out what's new at the stores. Buy a shirt. Yeah, we have some cool new stores have opened up downtown.
Yes, absolutely.
So, stop by. I mean, just here in the last couple months, we've had Array open. We have Agaves down there. They're both all down in Talbot Town. And then we have the Mercantile of Easton that opened here on Harrison Street. Trade Winds has expanded. There's a lot going on.
I'm told there are 2 ice cream stores downtown.
There are.
I don't know that personally.
I do, because my kids at both of them all the time. So, yes, Storm and Daughters is open right now, and I believe Bon Air is as well. So, go get some ice cream.
No, there's so much to do, and it's really a wonderful place to live.
It's an incredible place to live.
For multiplicities of reasons.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to talk about that happened last couple of months?
It's been busy. We are obviously, with the transition of my position, we're just really busy at the EEDC, sort of reorganizing and reprioritizing, and it's busy, but it's exciting, and
I should say, and if I didn't, I apologize. But you're the acting executive director, and you have a lot of work on your plate. I know Natalie Slater does, and
absolutely, and Lance.
Everybody's doing to make this community what it is.
Yeah, we have a great community, and anything we can do to support it, make it better, and to help our business community, it's really important. Yeah. And working with our partners, we have great partners such as the Chamber, Talbot County Chamber, and then Talbot County Economic Development and Tourism. They are great partners to work with, and all move forward in the same mission. Yeah. It's a cool place to work.
Again, it's not this little dot on the map. No. Not at all.
No.
And I'm grateful to be here.
Me too.
Yeah, seriously.
No, absolutely.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
We have been talking with the acting executive director of the Easton, the EEDC, Easton Economic Development Corporation, Holly Dekarsky. This is not your first time, nor will be your last time, but there's tons to talk about, and you'll come back in August, actually.
Okay.
And we'll talk about how things went and what's coming up in the fall.
Oh yeah, because we got more in the fall. It doesn't end in the summer.
It doesn't end, nor should it.
Get ready for waterfowl.
Waterfowl's coming up, and I'll talk to the folks here, the Jazz Festival, all kinds of stuff that's happening. And thank you for being on the Rabbi's Roundtable.
Thank you for having me. I love coming.
We will be right back for part 3 of the Rabbi's Roundtable.
I got the shot, man, because I believe in the science.
I got vaccinated so I could hug my 5 kids and 14 grandkids.
We all got vaccinated
because we want to see you back in the theater.
Well, as a survivor of COVID, I really did it for other people.
I've also had the virus. I do not want it again.
We got COVID, and then they sent me to Johns Hopkins. Oh my gosh, it's the worst thing anyone could ever go through.
I genuinely feel like it's my patriotic duty to get vaccinated.
Do it for your state, do it for your country, do it for you.
I talked to my friends and family in India and Pakistan, and they don't have that access whatsoever.
I'm tired of Zoom. You're tired of Zoom.
It's my turn to take a chance.
Take advantage of that privilege.
Get the vaccine, please, for me, for your family.
And I got it because of what she said.
And we are back, and you are seated at the Rabbi's Roundtable coming to you from the studios of MCTV at the Avalon Theater. I'm Rabbi Peter Hyman, and before we bring this segment of the Rabbi's Roundtable to conclusion, just want to tell you about an event, actually a series of events that are taking place at Temple B'nai Israel, where I'm the rabbi. We have from June 15th to the 29th, June 15th, 22nd, and the 29th, we have the Susan and Barry Coe Jazz Concert Series for 2022. It's going to prove to be a wonderful series. The first performer, some of you may know, he's local, Fred Hughes and his trio. They're terrific. Actually, all the performers and musicians are wonderful in this concert series. But if you're interested, feel free to call Temple. It's open to the public. The only thing you need is proof of vaccination and come healthy. But it's going to be a wonderful jazz series. Again, the 2022 Susan and Barry Coe Jazz Concert Series at Temple. They're always wonderful presentations and productions, and I hope to see some of you there. Other than that, this brings us to the final moments of this session of the Rabbi's Roundtable. Thank you, Easton, and we'll see you next time at the Rabbi's Roundtable.